Okay, coming onto your mat, we're going to start in Child's Pose, Balasana. Any variation that you'd like. I like to separate my knees to the width of the mat with big toes touching, and then just relax down, chest, stomach, toward the thighs, stretching fingers forward, and just relax and breathe. If it feels good, you can roll the head from side to side, massaging forehead. Then enjoy a few deep breaths here. Inhaling deeply from the belly all the way up to the chest, and then exhaling, releasing with gravity to the floor. Then we'll take a little walk with the hands over to the right, pressing left palm on top of the right palm, drawing the left hip back and down to get a stretch along the left side body. Breathing into the stretch, back to center, and then walk it over, other side. Right palm on top of left. Draw the right hip crease back and down toward the heels, stretching through your right side body. Feeling the stretch through the rib cage all the way from the fingers to the hip. And walking back to center. Take another breath or two here. Child's pose. Enjoy drawing the mind into the room, preparing for your practice. Letting go of anything else for the moment. Take another couple of deep breaths. And just let it go. Open mouth, exhale if you wish. Another deep breath. Exhale to let it go. Then start pressing the palms into the floor, walking them back toward the knees, coming up to tabletop. Have the hands exactly under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and then turn the fingers toward the knees. Little rock back and forth, warming up the wrist. Nothing extreme, always backing off from anything uncomfortable, just working within your own limits. And then turn the fingers to either side. Channel your inner seal. Rock back and forth. Getting a different angle on those wrists. Finally, turning the hands forward again, fingers forward. Tabletop, cat, cow. We'll start with cow. Drop the belly, head up, hips up. On the inhale, and then on the exhale, crunching it in, drawing the belly in, round the spine, round the shoulders. Inhale again, cow. Eyes up, look up. Release any wrinkles in the forehead. Exhale, cat pose. Draw the belly in with emphasis. With the inhale, back up, eyes up, hips up, chest down. Exaggerating the motion. And cat pose again, chin to chest, looking toward the navel, round spine. Finally coming back to one more quick round, cat cow. And neutral position. Stretch the right hand forward and then take it back, up and back, making big circles. Try to stay grounded in the lower body as you circle the arm widely. Feel the action in the shoulder. You could bring the hips back toward the heels as you bring the arm back in the direction of the heels. Changing the direction, circles forward, several circles in each direction, as big as you can make them. Really stretching up as the hand lifts. And then lift that right arm up, look up at the palm, threading the needle, bring the right arm under, shoulder to the ground, right ear to the ground. You can walk the left fingertips forward. See how that changes the balance, find your stability. You can keep the toes tucked or the feet flat on the floor. If you wish, you can bring the left arm up, around back to grab the inner edge of the right thigh. Just hold it here. If you want to play with the balance a little bit more, lengthen either leg, toes curled under. Option is always there to lift the toes just a little bit, but try not to crash down. And then unwinding, bring the left palm to the floor, right arm lifts back up to open the chest, and place the right palm down. All right, other side. Lift that left arm up. For the circles, left arm forward and then back. Up, back, down, forward with that left arm, emphasizing the movement. Really feel the action of the shoulder joint. And then reversing direction when you're ready. You can always pause this video and do some extra, whatever is feeling good. And if anything doesn't feel particularly good, take a break, take a child's pose, and then join us when you're ready. All right, thread the needle, left arm up, then left arm under the right arm, left ear to the floor. Take right fingertips forward. Keep melting the chest to the floor. If you wish, wrap the right arm back and around to grab the inner left thigh. And now playing with the legs, only if you want to. Maybe elongating one leg, then the other. Maybe not. See how it affects the balance. See which muscles are triggered to help you balance. This is your practice. There's no right or wrong, so just enjoy. Left arm up, opening back up, and then left palm back to the floor. Curl the toes under, walk the hands forward a little bit, preparing for our first downward facing dog. Gently start to lift those knees from the floor, lengthening upper body, lengthening the legs. You can start to walk your dog a little if you want. Right knee bends, then the left knee alternately. The gaze is toward the belly. Feel the spine very long, the shoulders wide. Keep drawing the hip creases back and up toward the back of the room. When the hamstrings feel a little bit more open, you can press the heels more toward the floor, but it doesn't matter again if the heels meet the floor. Just enjoy the stretch, whatever feels good for you. Notice your breathing, slow, steady breathing in and out through the nose, lips sealed. Preparing to lift right leg up, keep the foot flexed to begin, then point the toes and open the hips, stacking the right hip over left. Bend the knee and take a few rotations in the right ankle. Try to keep equal pressure in the fingers of each hand. Upper body as symmetrical as possible. Maybe straightening and bending that leg a few times, just exploring the movement. Then start to make wide circles leading with the knee. This time exploring the hip joint, and then reverse the circle. It looks a little bit like the dog at the fire hydrant, but don't worry about it. Nobody's watching. Have fun. Come up onto the toes. Right knee to forehead. Crunch it in. Use those abs. Then lengthen through the right leg, back and up, before bringing the right knee to the upper right arm. Up and back, lengthen, and then right knee to upper left arm. Lift up that leg and lengthen one more time, and then we're going to step forward between the palms. Drop the back knee. You can keep the back toes curled or foot flat on the floor. And then draw the hips back, lengthening through the right leg, half split. Lift the torso, lengthen through the spine. Exploring movement with the right foot, maybe windshield wiper that foot. Make some circles with the ankle, nice and wide. Using these joints to keep them healthy. Then lengthening through the spine again, draw the hip crease back and fold forward over the front leg. Try to keep as straight a spine as possible. A few folds like this. Inhale up and exhale down. Let's do another. Inhale up. Bend the elbows out to the sides as you exhale down. And then bring the foot to the floor, 90-degree angle with the front leg. Lift the torso up, arms up. Right hand grabs the left wrist, stretch up, and then pull that left wrist to the right to get stretching through the left side body. Inhale back up, switch the grip, left hand grabs the right wrist. Inhale up and then bend to the left, stretching right side body. Make sure you're breathing the whole time. Release the grip. Take those arms into a cactus and then eyes up. Start to look back, emphasizing the backward bend of the upper spine. Place the palms down. Curl the back toes. And step back to your downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up this time. Keep the foot flexed, then point the toes. Lift that leg up, bend the knee, stacking hips. Left hip stacked over the right. Take a few bends. Lengthen and then bend. Lengthen and then bend. With the knee bent, start making some wide circles one direction and then reversing the other direction. Paying a lot of attention to the joints. Then lengthen the leg again. Come up onto the right toes. Pull the left knee toward the forehead. Crunch it in. Use your abs. Lengthen the leg again. Nice and long line. Pull that left knee to the upper left arm. Lengthen again. One leg downward facing dog. Pull the knee in. Upper right arm. Try to get above the elbow if you can. Challenge yourself. Left leg back and up. And then left leg steps through between the palms. Back knee to the floor. Toes can remain tucked or untucked as you wish. Then pull the hip creases back, coming into your half split. A little motion with that front ankle, foot, windshield wiper. Make a few circles. See how the ankle's feeling. Give it a little love. All right, and then we'll do some lift and fold. Lengthen through the spine. On the inhale, on the exhale, bend elbows out, fold forward over the front leg. Inhale, exhale, fold. Moving however feels right for your body this morning. Inhale up, and then bend the knee. Low lunge, that forward knee should be about a 90-degree angle. Take the arms overhead. Grab the right wrist with the left hand, stretch up, and then bend to the left, opening right side body. Really feel the stretch through the rib cage, and then back up, other side, stretching up before you bend to the right. And then back to center, cactus arms, eyes up, look back, bend through the upper spine, thoracic spine. Place the palms to the floor. Step that left foot back, downward facing dog. You can walk your dog a little bit. And then walk the hands forward, toes behind the wrist, hips with distance. Inhale up, flat back, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale up again, flat back, and then with the middle and index finger, peace fingers, grab the big toes. Padangusthasana. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, forward fold, creating compression. Ideally, upper body in contact with the thighs, legs. Bending the knees as much as you need. Make sure the belly is touching the thighs. Try to bring the hips forward so that the hips are aligned over the knees and over the heels. When you can stack hips, knees, and heels, ankles, you're going to be able to create more length in the spine. Moving the head a little if it feels good. And then release, slowly inhale, curl back up one vertebra at a time. To standing, shoulders back and down, stand tall. All right, feet together, arms up, look up, palms together, and exhale, fold forward. Plant those palms, inhale, half lift, exhale, fold forward, step back. Coming into plank and then knees to the floor, chest, chin, low cobra, eyes up, look up. Curl the toes, press back, knees to the floor, and then downward facing dog. Walk the feet back up. Half lift on the inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, eyes up, palms together, hands to heart center. Inhale, eyes up, look up, palms together. Exhale, dive forward, palms to the floor. Inhale, half lift, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step right leg back, left leg back. Coming into the plank and then knees to the floor, chest, chin. Inhale up, low cobra. Curl the back toes. Come back to your downward facing dog. Step the feet forward, feet together, half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slight bend in the knees, eyes up, look up, bring the palms together, and then arms by your side. Notice your breath. Feel your heartbeat, and on the inhale, sit down into chair pose, bend the knees. Feel the hips heavy, sitting low, eyes looking up, palms facing each other, hands about shoulders with distance apart. Keep the belly engaged. Fold forward, palms to the floor. Release the head and then inhale, half lift, look forward. Exhale, fold forward. Step the right leg back, left leg back. Coming into your plank, chaturanga, bend the elbows. Inhale, eyes up, look up. downward facing dog. Taking any variation in the chaturanga that's good for you. Right leg lift and step forward between the palms. You can come into warrior one with the back foot on the floor, 45-degree angle, or into crescent lunge with the back toes curled, arms up, palms facing each other. Back down, palms to the floor, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, other side. Left leg, lift and step forward either to warrior one with that back foot angled and flat, or coming onto the back toes is usually easier for crescent lunge. Palms facing each other. Bring the palms down. Step the left foot back, coming into your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice and easy breathing, gazing toward the navel. Long spine, really lengthen. Shoulders wide, hip creases back and up. Thighs firm. Energetic legs, heels pressing to the floor. Pressing into the fingers, into the palms, base of the fingers, not into the wrist so much, not too much pressure in the wrist. Look forward, step up or float forward. Inhale, half lift to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Widen the feet, hips width distance. Grab either elbow. Fold forward, belly on the thighs. Keep a little bend in the knees if you want. You can bend the right knee and then the left knee. Take it into a little sway, ragdoll. Releasing the spine. Come back to center, release the head completely. And release the palms to the floor. Bend the knees a little bit, round the spine up one vertebra at a time, head last. Shoulders back and down, stand tall. On the inhale, sit back down into chair, Utkatasana. Drop the hips. Try to keep the knees even. You can take a little peek down. You should be able to see your toes beyond the knees. A lot of body weight in the heels. Try to breathe easy. Gaze forward or up. Bring the palms together, take it into a twist. First, left elbow over the right knee thigh. Try to bring the hands, palms, more or less to heart center as much as possible. You can also take a peek down to make sure that those knees haven't slid apart. You want them even. If you wish, open those arms up to accentuate the twist. Looking over the right shoulder, try to open the chest more, using the leverage of the arm against the leg. Release the palms to the floor. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come back up to chair, Utkatasana. Hands to heart center for the other side. Twist. Right elbow hooks over the left leg knee. Hands to heart center. Try to bring that left shoulder back as you sit down a little deeper. Open the arms for a variation, or keep the hands to heart center. Try to keep the knees even. Try not to let that right knee slide forward. One more breath. And then hands to heart center. Unwind. Hands to the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release the head. Bend the knees a little and inhale the arms up with a flat back, and then hands down, palms to the heart center, arms by your side. Take those arms up, palms together, look up, exhale, forward fold. Palms to the floor, inhale, Hands to shins, eyes forward, long spine, and then on the exhale, palms down, step it back, preparing for your chaturanga vinyasa, either on the knees or with straight legs. Inhale to upward dog before you exhale to downward facing dog. Right away, right leg step forward. We're going to set up a twist. So bring the arms overhead in this crescent lunge, and then left elbow to the outer right knee thigh. Palms to heart center, look over the right shoulder, breathe. You can create a fist with that lower hand if it helps. You can drop the back knee if it helps to stabilize your posture. Looking down at the floor, bring the left hand to the floor, bring that back knee up, roll onto the outer right foot, and then bring the right arm back up, getting a nice twist in the outer right hip and opening the chest in the twist. Look up. Bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot, step the right foot back, coming into your downward facing dog. Other side. Left leg step forward between the palms, look forward. Moving through warrior one or right into crescent lunge, hands to heart center, right elbow to outer left thigh. Take that twist. Eyes up, look up. Trying to bring the palms to heart center, really open the chest. Pull the left hip crease back. And then right hand comes down. Take the left arm up, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, opening the chest again. Stretching the outer hip. Stretch up a little bit more through the left fingertips. Breathing into the stretch. And then look down before bringing the left hand down, opposite side of the foot, step back, downward facing dog. Walk the feet up, toes together, inhale, half lift, exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Drop those arms by your side, take a breath. See how you feel, check in with your heart rate. And then arms up. Look at the palms. Exhale, forward fold. Palms down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step the legs back. Coming into plank. And then push it back into downward facing dog. Right leg lift. Point the toes. And bring the right knee forward toward the right wrist, coming into sleeping pigeon. So you can have the right foot toward the left hip, or if you want to work it a little differently, maybe bringing a block under the right hip to support it, and then trying to bring that left shin more in parallel with the top of the mat. Just experimenting with the rotation of the femur in the hip socket. I like to bring my right shin parallel to the top of the mat because I feel a lot of work being done in my hip joint. But if you want to make it more passive, you can keep the knee bent. And then when you've got your position, make sure that back knee is situated comfortable, no pain at all. You might need a cushion. And then folding forward over the forward leg. Nice and easy breathing. Any tightness, just breathe into it. Always avoiding any sharp pain. Sharp pain is always a sign that you need to back off or exit the pose. Stretching is good and sharp pain is not good. Letting gravity work here on that hip. Nice and easy breathing. Try to release, let go. You can always pause the video and stay in this posture for 3, 4, 5 minutes, up to 8 minutes. And then when you're ready, Begin to release, drawing the foot back toward the hip. Remove a block if you used one. We're going to come into a twist, so sweep the back leg forward, the back foot over the front knee. Bring the right arm up, the left hand is behind for support, and then hook the right elbow over the knee. We're doing a few twists today. Inhale the spine long, and then look back toward the back of the room. If you're able to, bring the left hand behind to grab the outer or the inner right thigh. Spine nice and long, look over the left shoulder. Use the leverage of the forward arm against that leg knee to twist deeper. And then coming out, inhale forward, release. Palms to the floor, step it back. Find your downward facing dog, long spine. Other leg, left leg lift. And then bring that left knee just behind the left wrist, finding your low pigeon on this side. Keep those back toes curled under until you got your setup. So you can keep the foot close to the hip, but if you want to experiment, bring that left shin forward and parallel to the front of the mat, using as much cushion support as you need underneath the left hip. So now that everything is situated, my back knee feels comfortable, I untuck the back toes and I can fold forward with the long spine over that front leg. This is a posture where gravity is your friend. Time is also a friend, so enjoy it here. Inhale, and with each exhale, grow a little heavier. Feel the action in the hip, the opening. Eventually the body relents, the connective tissues release a little bit. In the yoga practice, always trying to find the balance between strength and flexibility. And when we sense that one or the other is stronger, we try to bring them into balance by focusing on the one that we need to build. Draw that right leg forward. We're coming into the spinal twist. The left heel is outside of the right hip. Bring the left arm up and over, hook it over the right knee, thigh, spine straight. And on the exhale, turn and look over the back shoulder. You can, if you have the balance, bring the back arm around. Try to find the thigh, or maybe just grabbing onto the edge of your leggings. Just a breath here and a nice deep twist, and then eyes forward, unwind. Holding onto the knees, start to rock back. Gentle massage of the spine, forward and back. I think this one feels really good. Couple more times, forward, back, and then coming to a seated position. Baddha Konasana, bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to open wide. Interlace the fingers underneath the edges of the feet, holding the feet together. If you feel like your knees need support, feel free to bring a block or a cushion underneath each knee. And then allow the knees to fall open with a straight spine. Sitting, breathing. Enjoy the stillness for just a moment. We've been working with a lot of hip action in these postures, external rotation here of the femurs and the hip joints. And then using your hands, start to draw the knees together. Stretch the arms forward and slowly roll it back to half Navasana. So think straight spine, stretching the fingers forward in the direction of the knees, and start to bring the feet off the floor one at a time, keeping the abdominal muscles very engaged. Try not to keep too much tension in the neck. Shoulders wide, fingers stretching forward, spine straight. And then both feet off the floor and hold it here. Gently drop the feet back down to the floor. Now lifting the right foot up until the shin is parallel. So just lifting it a little bit higher. Experiment with that one at a time. Right and then left. And then you know it. Lift both feet until shins are parallel. The spine is straight. Trying to keep that upper body at a perfect 45-degree angle. And then alternating, straightening the legs one at a time. Maybe you feel this in your abs. I did. Right and left, and then both legs. And then slowly lower, entire body down, but hover the feet, hover the shoulders. Feel that core working before you let it go, relaxing completely on the floor. Pull the right knee toward the torso, interlace the fingers over the shin, and pull the knee toward the shoulder. Avoid the rib cage. Left leg straight, left calf on the floor. Chin a little to the chest, looking down central line of the body. Release the right leg, moving to the other side. Pull that left knee toward the left shoulder, interlacing fingers over the shin. Really pulling. Elbows stay close to the body, chin to the chest, looking down the center line of the body. And then lengthen the left leg on the floor. Now both legs. Try to grab the elbows a couple of inches below the knees if you can. The feet stay together. If you can't grab the elbows, maybe the forearms, maybe the wrist. And release the legs long for a moment. Now bending both legs, hold onto the knees and take the knees in a gentle circle, counterclockwise, and then the opposite direction. Hold onto the knees and start to rock back up to seated. Have your block handy. Sole the feet on the floor, fingers stretching forward, and roll it back with control. Another opportunity to use your core, developing that strength. The core is really the secret to so many postures. Now, grabbing the block, we're going to come into a supported bridge. You can use the low side, the middle side. I don't recommend the high side for this one. So there it is, low side. I'm going to use the middle, whichever width you use, make sure that the sacrum, the tailbone, is supported. Draw the shoulder blades in a little closer together so that the palms rotate facing the ceiling. The knees stay hips width distance apart, and then try to find a place where you can just release, relax, again, allowing gravity to work on the body. Great posture to just hang out in for several minutes at a time. If you'd like, you can straighten one leg, the other leg. If that doesn't feel very secure for you, then just keep the knees bent. Few breaths here. And then bend the right knee, bend the left knee, feet hips width distance. Press into the feet to lift the hips, removing the block. Allow the knees to gently fall to the left, bringing the arms into the cactus position. Look over the right shoulder. Join a spinal twist. Keep the shoulders in contact with the floor. Back to center and over to the other side. gazing over the left shoulder. If you want a little extra, bring the right foot on top of the lower left thigh for a little extra stretch in the outer left hip. And then back to center. Lengthening the right leg, the left leg to the floor. Finding your final resting position. If it's cool in the room, feel free to grab a blanket. Once you're settled here, taking a couple deep breaths and letting go. Maybe even lion's breath. Open the mouth, extend the tongue, and let it all out. Maybe a full body stretch, stretching arms over the head, pointing the toes. Whatever feels good, these last few movements before you get really settled into your final resting position. And then just notice your body. Do a quick scan from head to toe and see how you're feeling. Only when you're ready, roll over to either side. I usually roll to my right using my forearm as a pillow. Fetal position, pausing here. And then finally pressing up, left palm to the floor, coming to a comfortable seated position. Cross legs. Hands to the knees, spine long. Keeping the eyes closed, holding on to the moment just a little bit longer. Couple of easy breaths. Well done today. Hands to heart center. Thumbs to third eye, bowing. Close our practice. Namaste. Thanks for being here. Have a great day, everyone.